So what have I been doing lately? Well, let's see. Beyond working my two jobs, I'm hanging out with my family, friends. I have been doing what I usually do, wasting time. I'm looking at something off the camera. Oh, shut up. I've been reading things. Actually, no, let's move on to this. Let's get this in a way this is shorter. I've been watching things, particularly Riff Tracks. Tomorrow night, as a recording of this video, hit myself in the face because I'm a genius. The live show for Sharknado's on, and I've kind of taken on this little ritual of watching, a couple Riff Tracks related movies. Strictly Riff Tracks, though I have been getting into, the MS Teaser kit. So I got a good pile of DVDs going now. I'm not gonna get any of them. I also have not been playing. I probably should have done my bed, but I don't care because I'm just gonna mess it up anyway. Yeah, yeah, but I've been watching a bunch of these. I watched see, this is Little Shop of Horrors, of course, a movie that features Jack Nicholson for like 2 minutes. But hey, he's a big name, so you have to point out that he's there. What else? I saw Cyborg Cop 2. I watched Night of the Lepus. I watched House on Haunted Hill, the live show version. I've been I'm very much into Riff Tracks now, and I have so much fun watching it. And I'm really excited to see Sharknado. I'm really excited to see the two shows they're doing that thanks to their Kickstarter, which I even donated to. I'm really excited to see all that. But that's what I've been watching. What have I been reading lately? Well, once in a while on Twitter, which I guess I'll try to remember to put a link to it. I like to update people on the massive amount of trades I have yet to read because I'm always buying crap because I'm terrible with my own finances. And here's... This is not going to do it justice. Here is the pile at the moment. Full of different types of things. Let's see. Let's start... Painful. Let's see. I've been reading... I've gotten most of Justice League International, the trades that are available, kind of foolishly because I realize I don't know if they're ever going to keep this line of trades going. I have the first 4, and this is volume 5, which is actually just the first 6 issues of Justice League Europe and the 2 annuals annuals 2 and 3, 4 of the International series. This run's been fun. If any of you, are unaware of what it is, it's sort of when they kind of took Justice League and made it a comedy. Superhero, all that junk, but it was a lot more about jokes, and, it had Giffen and Mateus, and it started with Kevin Maguire on art, and it's a run that a lot of people tend to mention. This was, a spin-off because it's all connected. It's just called International. I've enjoyed the first volumes. I want to get through all this. Also, I've came across the first. I've been rereading Irredeemable by Mark Waid. This is volume 5. I have the first 5 volumes. I read this when it was coming out, but completely lost track of it, as I do so many things. And I only have the first 5 right now, but I want to get everything and Incorruptible and read it all as a whole, because I thought this was one of the most interesting books when it was coming out. Because this was right when I was sort of getting into comics. This was one of the very first non-Marvel DC things I looked at, because I really loved Mark Waid's work at the time. I like his work now, of course. And this has been interesting. When I heard the premise years ago, I wasn't sure if you could do an ongoing about a Superman, even if it's just an analog, going crazy and how you do that. And this series manages to take that concept and spin it into something cool. And it's not just... You get to see sort of what he was like in his past and all that. It is really good. And I'm halfway through almost. Now we're at the part where I haven't read all these things. I'm just going to do this here. Um, I have this big, humongous thing. Marvel has been doing these Epic Collection books, which basically are. Let me read the point here. I'm going to read the blurb at the bottom. The Epic Collection features the best characters and stories from Marvel's vast history. Volumes are not published in chronological order, so you can start your collection today with this edition and look inside for a complete list of available and upcoming releases. Basically, they take a series they take a character like Captain America, and they just pick like a nice swath, like a good year worth of stuff, or maybe more, maybe close to 2 years, and they just put it out in a trade, and in these big, they've been like $35-$40 trades, and like this is volume 9. Like this summer, I think later this year, a bunch of volume 1s are coming for a bunch of different books, different characters, but yeah, this was just interesting to get. I've read up to, because this collects Roger Stern's run on Captain America. He had a short-lived run in the ongoing, and he co-plotted it with John Byrne, and Byrne did the art, and I really enjoyed that stuff. I've been really loving Roger Stern. I've been kind of going back. I have most of his Avengers run and trades, and this guy just was one of the best. 80s, 90s, like he was also, part of the Superman comics with Death of Superman and all that. I wish he's not a name I hear praised all that much. Like you'll hear Frank Miller, you'll hear Walt Simonson, you'll hear Claremont, you'll hear names that deserve it, at least for their contributions at the time. And by that I just mostly mean for Frank Miller. But you'll hear people. I never hear Roger Stern's name mentioned all that much. And when it is, the people kind of follow it up with so underrated, and he is. I haven't gone to the rest of the book yet. I've been hearing. I don't know anything about it past that. I'm interested. I'll say that. One moment, I don't even know where. Yeah, I'm interested. Who wrote this? Oh, this one's by Bill Mantlo, but I think it was Mike Perkins who took over. But I'm a good chunk of it in the way of these. These are again really interesting. They're pricey, but it's a lot for what you're getting. So if you haven't noticed these, I have. I have a couple of. I have like 2 different Avengers ones. One's coming in the mail. I'm getting a few of these. I think these are cool ideas. Like, yeah, just to, because right now they're going for stuff. A good chunk of it may have not been collected before, and while I know Stern's run's been collected in a few places, the rest of this I don't think I've seen collected anywhere. So it's interesting. Now we're at the chunk of, I haven't read any of these yet, but I want to. Let's go with. And we'll just start from the top, go to the bottom. I got this for like $1 after a bunch of store credit. I got from a used bookstore, and well, hey, let me show you. It's Spider Island, the hardcover, which nice collection. I didn't read this when it was coming out. I just wasn't reading Slott's run. I'm not the biggest fan of Slott's Spider-Man run. Not that I think he's a bad writer. On the contrary, I think he's a very good writer. But I don't know if he is the greatest person to be doing Spider-Man on his own the entire time. Like, I really liked his stuff post, like when they were doing like the rotating cast of writers. I really liked his stuff, and I think it's because he clearly had time to work out his ideas and could actually do what he wanted. And that's a lot of what I read of his Spider-Man run. They feel like he's just stretched out too thin, and I hate to say it because I think he's very good, but unfortunately that's not it. But I hear this is one of the better things that's been out of his run, like his original Amazing run when he took over full time. And again, thanks to used bookstore and store credit at said used bookstore, I think I got this for like $1. So I can't be mad at it on any virtue. Going back to Captain America, I read the first volume, but I got a bunch of different, I have almost all of the like the Cap series that started after after they did the stupid Heroes Reborn thing, they brought all the old titles back, and Mark Waid started it. And I have most of his run on that series. I'm missing like one trade, and then the rest of it was rounded out by Dan Jurgens. I don't have Volume 1 in this pile; it's on the shelf because all the stuff I haven't read yet. But I've been reading this. The first volume, I'll say, was fun. Like it's sort of. I'll say this: if you really love Brubaker's run, don't read this. it's not that spy espionage stuff. It's much more crazy superhero stuff. Maybe if you like the first movie, it's. I'm just flipping through stuff I've never seen before. I like the first volume. I don't know where these will go. I just sort of got them because they were in a bundle, and I was really curious. But we'll see. We'll see. And Roger Stern, I have very timely that they put this out with Guardians coming out. I have Avengers: The Legacy of Thanos. This is where we meet Nebula, the supposed daughter of Thanos. Back when she had hair. Again, I've just been getting this because I've been wanting to read his Roger Stern's complete run on Avengers, and I'm missing because I have something else coming that's at the precise end of his run. I need to get. I think it's called like Once in Future Kang. I need to get, and then I think I have everything in his run. I'm still sitting on Under Siege, an arc he did, which I don't want to read until I'm caught up with everything else. So I've been sort of slowly getting this stuff. So that'll be interesting. And then we have. I was upset because I wanted to read this when it came out in issues, but my store kept selling out of it. I have the first volume of Black Science. I don't know how cameras work. I love Remender. One of my favorite thing he's done so far still is Fear Agent. And from what I've gathered, this is a hell of a lot like Fear Agent in tone and because it's very sci-fi stuff. And I was really angry that I couldn't read this when it came out because, again, it sold out, which is rare for Image books. Like even like some of the other Image books, I don't think have sold out, but this one did. That surprised me and the shop apparently. But I can't wait. And of course I got this because Image is awesome about their first volumes, only $10, and even less because I got it on a store discount at the Barnes and Noble. After that, I've been wanting to actually get through this stuff for a while. I read a few of them years ago, but because I'm such a Darwyn Cooke fan, I'm shocked it took me so long to finally get my hands on it. But I got his run on The Spirit. These nice little covers. They didn't come with the. I bought them off of somebody on eBay, and they didn't come with the dust covers, which that's okay because look how beautiful these look. I've not read all of it. I read a couple issues, like randomly once, and I am a huge Darwyn Cooke fan, so I could not read this. Not read this. Grammar, what's that? And me no understanding. I am shocked that I took so long to get my hands on these. I can't wait. I love Darwyn Cooke so much. And I also got one other thing because it came with those two. I got the Rocketeer crossover that IDW did that Mark Waid wrote. And one thing that confused me, and this book confirmed it, but I wasn't sure if the Spirit just belonged to IDW now. They don't. The DC logo's still at the back. Because DC has done nothing with it, so I kind of assume maybe someone else finally got the rights, but I would assume. But the reason why I was suspicious on that front was I'm sure they would have made a giant announcement if it was real, but it wasn't. They just crossed over since DC, and honestly, with what they've been doing lately, I'm kind of thankful they haven't. But DC haven't done anything with them yet. I love Mark Waid, and I have fun with the Rocketeer, and hopefully I've had fun with this, what I've seen of the Spirit. So I'm curious. I really want to read this. I just want to get a lot more of their Rocketeer stuff from IDW. I want to read the mini Waid and Somni did. I heard that was very good, but I never got into it because I didn't know it was coming out. So when I found out it was already on like issue 3, I couldn't catch up. So that was me telling you my to-do list. Basically, I just wanted to get something out. I felt like I I've been hammering home that I need to do more videos, and I thought this was a lazy way of getting one out. So, um, also that comic news show, keep an eye out around San Diego. Trust me. Bye.